This is Glenda with Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Do you know where the perfect Christmas house is? Anybody? Where is your perfect Christmas house? It's really a question. Mine, to tell you the truth, would be in the country. It'd be a little country estate. Oh, very opulent. It would have a 2-room cabin. Very opulent estate. It would have a 2-room cabin and a 3-bedroom treehouse. Both would have wood stoves with chimneys and great big Christmas trees all around, because my whole estate would be surrounded with evergreens. So now that they have battery operated lights, I'd just do them all. I'd light them all up. And of course, it would have to be in Kansas or Nebraska, because I complain about the weather, but I wouldn't live anywhere else. I just wouldn't. I just couldn't. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable to live anywhere else. So I would be in the snow, or at least in the cold. It don't always snow, but it's usually very cold. This year it's been a little weird. Today it was in the 50s. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 30s. So we just don't know. But back to my little country estate with my perfect Christmas house. As I said, it would be a 2-room cottage. 1 room would of course be the Christmas room, or the family living whatever quarters. The most important thing would be a manger with a baby. I wouldn't mind if it was a real baby, as long as it was a grandchild. But, and the tree house would have to have an elevator, or at least a pulley system to pull up, to act as an elevator. And Joe would be there to pull it up. I can just imagine what I would be like. In the front, if I put in a front barbed wire gate that would have lights strung across it, first thing they'd see when they'd come in would be a complete lit up manger scene. And a whole bunch of lit ornaments out in the yards to state, you know. I mean, it may be a cabin, but it's still, to me, an estate. We would have, I'm not really into wild game. Let's see. This COVID would be over, so we would have all of our children. Now, I didn't say the 2-room cabin would be a small one. It would just be 2 rooms. They can be big rooms. So we'll put tables for kids up in the tree, the bigger kids, up in the tree house. And for us bigger adults who don't fit so well up in the tree house, we'll fill that house with smells of roast turkey. Ooh, maybe a turducken. I've never had turducken. I've heard it's good. There'd be candy canes hanging everywhere. Of course, the kids could only eat 1 before the meal. The adults are on their honor. What do you think? I think I did a little better job than last night, except for the door. Well, still. But we're not done yet. He needs his stars. So we'd have our 20-something children and grandchildren. Yes, that many. Oh, plus their plus ones. Yeah. So it would have to be a big 2-room cabin. But since it's just Joe and me, you know, there's one big room. I guess we put the bed in the bedroom, in the second room. Everybody else would have to bring sleeping bags if they stayed over. What do you think of my country estate? So we could keep the horses in the barn, and maybe a couple of sheep and cattle. You know, the cattle have to be lowing. And the sheep have to bleat. And the horse has to whinny. I'm really falling in love with my country estate house. Or my little country estate. On, oh, let's say, oh, how many acres do I want it to be? Let's put it on about 10 acres. That's a lot. By the time you put barns and everything out there, you get a nice 10 acres. Because you got to have some grazing land. Wait, let's hold off on that because we still got some foil to make it sparkle. City sidewalks. I don't even know that song. That's about as much as I know. Except when you get to Silver Bells. I know a little of that. Silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ding-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. I think they're going to be awesome because both of them have some cheer. He's got Santa's, but it's blue, and she's got reindeer and trees and Santa's. I think it's going to be fun. in the comments, give a description, however long or short, that's up to you, of your dream Christmas house or dwelling. It could be a penthouse. It's up to you. My favorite Christmas ride, besides the horse and sleigh, this wouldn't just be my Christmas ride. This would be my all-time favorite ride. A 63 Ford Galaxy 500. 3-speed on the column. My first car. It was blue and it was beautiful. I loved it. I learned on it and I loved it. And now I'd have to pay a mint for it. I hope you're going to have as nice a Christmas as you possibly can. I know the year has been odd. It's been, and it's not going to be the same Christmas we usually have. But we're going to put our kids' stuff each in a container and we're going to deliver it. That's our plan. The weather looks like it might be cold but dry. So we'll have to see what the weather tells us. But one way or another, we plan to deliver their tubs of Christmas gifts. Well, actually, they're a tote. Some of them getting older and getting, the grandkids getting older and getting, their own pluses, their own plus ones. None of them have tied a knot yet, but they're getting plus ones to come along, so we will be adding in plus ones to their packages. When my grandma Miller was alive, and I don't think it was just her, but when my grandma Miller was alive, if somebody showed up unexpectedly with a guest, or a guest showed up unexpectedly, she made sure somebody went to the store, because hers was always the second weekend of December. That's when she always had hers. Actually, we've always had, for years now, we've had ours with the kids on generally around New Year's weekend. It just, you don't have to fight with anybody. So, she would make sure somebody went and got that person something, some kind of a gift, and wrapped it. Over the years, eventually, it got to where the adults were no longer doing gifts. It was a Santa sack for kids under the age of 12. And Santa would come. But of course, if there was a surprise kid, we would send somebody to the store. Well, Buster and Rosie, you better like your houses, your Christmas houses. So, I'm going to be looking forward to reading your ideal Christmas dwellings in the comments. You can write 2 paragraphs if you want. I don't care, however many paragraphs it takes. But for right now, it is the end of this video. So, thank you. And I think Friday we will be welcoming you with a Buster and Rosie Christmas. Thank you. Smile and wave and tell someone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will see you Friday. Love you all. Good night.